Reviewing a movie is a thankless job. Literally, it's a thankless job. So don't thank me. You can give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the Youth Factor, because on today's video, I'm going to give you an honest, spoiler-free and money-saving review of The Predators. Yes, on this auspicious day, morning 9:35, I went for the show only for you, and what I got back is what I'm giving you. Let's begin the review. All the old people say old is gold. Well, actually, how true is that? Let's go back all the way to the good old gory days. 1987, we had this movie called Predator starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, this was a cult movie. It was a classic movie. After that, we had a couple of other movies in the Predator series. We also had some movies in the Alien vs Predator. Whenever we saw these movies, we actually appreciated and valued the 1987 classic so much more. Now, today's day, 2018, this movie called The Predator, how good, how bad is this? I will tell you why you should be watching this movie. So let's begin our review. This is my view.
What the fuck was that?
That's the thing that killed my men.
Now on to the story of this movie. Essentially, the stories of these kind of movies are all the same outline, right? We have aliens coming onto Earth, trying to take over control of the Earth and attacking all the human beings. Then what happens is the humans unite as one, fight against the aliens, and the humans save planet Earth. That's the gist of all these movies. But this movie, The Predator, how different is it? Well, actually, let's go into the story for you to decide. One night, one huge alien ship is crossing over planet Earth. At one point of time, one alien drops onto Earth, and this alien is captured by a very smart senior sniper called keegan-michael. What keegan-michael does is he takes the weaponry, the mask, all the shields of this alien and goes and gives it to his place. However, this alien is now sent to a research center. But one thing the humans failed to realize is what they were researching upon, actually the aliens were searching to research upon them. Sounds confusing? Sounds complicated? Well, yes it was.
Tracks its prey like a game. Seems to enjoy it.
During this movie, they tried to explain to us, confuse us and clarify one important point which actually we don't seem to bother too much about. Now, is this alien actually a predator who's hunting for the prey, or actually is this alien a hunter? Now, that is a slight complicated issue they try to explain to us, but honestly, at this point, we don't care too much about it. The story is essentially a group of ex-soldiers and a biologist fighting against that one predator to save planet Earth. That's how the movie goes by, fairly averagely at a decent pace up to interval point. And there we're in for a rude shock. The shock is basically, it's not only human versus a predator, it is a predator versus a huge predator. Why is this happening? The reason is politics. Yes, that happens in every part of the universe. So politics is now a part of this, and now we're in for another twist in this movie, and here our mind goes for a complete twist. It's getting too much.
A big boy's a hunter. He brought his dogs with him.
Now, in this kind of a science fiction stroke thriller stroke horror kind of a movie, the story has to be extremely strong. This time the story was pretty far from strong. Now on to the performances of the movie. Well, the cast had done a fairly decent job because you relate to the characters, you connect with the jokes, and you can feel their emotions in certain places. But the most important aspect of a science fiction movie is the CG work. Now, the CG was good, but we've seen much better stuff before. Nothing different, nothing innovative, and at the end of it, what you take back in your mind is lot of green blood and lot of red blood. It was a bloody experience. Now let's talk about the highlights of this movie. Did I say highlights? That's a very difficult part. Well, actually, in a sci-fi movie, the highlight turned out to be the comedy. Yes, the one-liners, the actions, the reactions, that turned out to be pretty funny and quite possible. And also people who like these out-of-the-world creatures, well, actually, we got to see predators much bigger, much stronger, and very technologically advanced. So that was the good part of the movie. However, at one point of time, it tends to become too much, and then we lose connect. There's no emotional connect. We don't care actually what happens. And even if the predator actually kills all the human beings, it doesn't matter, but that doesn't happen. And also on the other side, the climax. What a climax! Yes, it is about an alien ship and some humans standing on the alien ships. Well, this climax scene needed Rajnikant to make a special appearance. Thalaiva, where were you?
That's Coyle. That's Lynch. With Mercs. Why are you here? I don't think you believe me.
There is one line in this movie that says, "These heroes will soon be forgotten." However, about my experience at the movies, this doesn't hold true. It's going to be extremely hard to forget this experience. And like they always say, all is well that ends well. This movie ended in a not very well manner because, well, at the end there's an open ending that assures us of one more movie in the same franchise that is coming up, which means the Predators will come back again, and we don't want to welcome them back again. That's all we have today on the Youth Factor. Yes, it was a spoiler-free review because the movie was already spoiled enough. We didn't have much to spoil. My name is Rajiv, and yes, in case you're wondering, should I watch this movie at home when it comes on the OTT platforms, Netflix, Amazon? Should I watch it that time, or should I go to the theatre and watch this for the sound, for the effects, for the CG? Well, I'll give you something much simpler. What you do is pick up the DVD of the 1987 classic and watch your star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, in a full form, and also enjoy the original. Like I started this show, old is gold, and on that field, this is a golden ending. Thank you so much for watching a superb review. Give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the Youth Factor. I'll catch you guys once again extremely soon. My name is Rajiv, and where is my discipline? Okay, goodbye.
That's not a predator, that's a sports hunter.